What's going on, Investomaniacs? Knight Rider here, and today we're going to be talking about E3, which just started this morning, June 11th. E3 is the biggest convention for video games, as well as computers and some other electronic products. For 3 awesome days, leading-edge companies will showcase their groundbreaking new technologies and never-before-seen products and games. We're talking huge names like Nintendo, Activision Blizzard, Alienware, Facebook, Gameloft, Intel, Sega, Square Enix, Verizon, and dozens of other companies. Today, we'll be discussing what is known and what is rumored about the gaming console makers Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. As an investor, this event is something you want to keep your eyes on. Now, unfortunately, Sony decided to go ahead and skip E3 this year, but they've already begun PR for the PlayStation 5, which is expected to be released mid-2020. Sony may have not wanted to battle with Microsoft's announcement of their next-generation console, codenamed Project Scarlet, which they are announcing at E3. So for months, Sony has been releasing content via their site and Twitter. Sony has released information not only for the PS5, but also some highly anticipated games such as Death Stranding, Marvel Avengers, and the remake of Final Fantasy VII. It should be noted that the Avengers will not be a console exclusive, but it's going to be a great seller for both the PlayStation and the Xbox. And since there are more than twice as many PS4s as there are Xbox Ones out there, any new great game is going to marginally benefit PlayStation more. Microsoft posted their E3 briefing where they released information on 60 titles. They have 14 new games coming from their Xbox Game Studio, over 100 games launching in the Xbox Game Pass, including 34 brand new titles. They also announced the acquisition of the video game developer Double Fine Productions. They showcase some of the games which they'll be announcing at E3, including titles such as Gears of War 5, Tomb Raider, Halo, and Star Wars. They also announced a new controller, the Elite Controller Series 2, along with their new game streaming service, which will be free to Xbox Pass holders. Of course, their biggest announcement is their highly anticipated next-generation console, Project Scarlet, with its next-generation SSD, hardware accelerating ray tracing, GDDR6 memory, and up to 120 frames per second. They also stated some of their flagship releases will be released with Scarlet. Nintendo previously announced they would not be discussing any Switch pricing or new consoles or updated consoles at E3, but they did announce that they would be discussing upcoming games for the Switch, so that's something investors can look forward to. Some rumors say Nintendo will release updated games for Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and Bayonetta 3. If you're an investor, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, or you're interested in Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo, you may want to be paying attention to E3. It's good to know both what your company is up to as well as what your competitors are up to. I believe Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, all 3 of the companies, are buys. Microsoft is my favorite of the 3 currently, but that has not much to do with the Xbox. It's more of the overall company, which I like more than Sony. With Sony, I love the PlayStation kind of series, but the rest of the company I don't like as much as Microsoft. If you're looking for a pure play, Nintendo is really the only pure play console you have available to them, and Nintendo is still a great investment option. Let me know what your guys' favorite stock currently is, and may the markets be forever in your favor.